I'm not sure if you did a short introduction yet, but I mean I can basically do it. So this is Give You Anxiety over here in the voice call with PF2K. PF2K, and we have two players, Forge and Casper.
Yeah, that's decent pronunciation. That'll do.
Alright, so PF2K is going to stream, he's in a solo cast and stream a best of 5 match between Forge and Casper. They're both two pretty good players, and I'm going to let him get that underway, but before we do that, I do have a pretty big announcement. So as you guys know, Zuda, probably all of you ESOC people know Zuda. He's been around, you know, for so long in Age of Empires 3. He goes very far back, and he often funds or donates quite a large money to all the ESOC tournaments, extra, you know, all the AoE 3 tournaments, and it's just something he pretty much does regularly. So he's super generous, and he just told us the other day, big announcement. He said that he wants to host the first Age of Empires Online tournament since the return of Age of Empires Online, and he announced the first tournament back will be called the Zuda Classic, and it will have a prize pool of $500, all donated by Zuda.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
Yeah. Yep. And
Zuda Classic.
Yeah, and the news about that will be posted at esoc-community.net. I just posted a link in the chat. Right now we do not have a date set for when that tournament will begin, but all the information will be you know, posted at ESOC with, you know, a lot of news posts going up. And we also are announcing that we are now accepting donations to fund Age of Empires Online tournaments, and all the donations we accept from now on are going to fund tournaments after the Zuda Classic. So Zuda Classic is going to have a $500 prize pool, regardless of how many more donations we get right now, and yeah, all donations will go towards the tournament after that. So what do you think about that, PF2K?
I'm actually lost for words right now. It's not even like 1 week since the PvP section is back, and we already have a $500 tournament ready to get going. Yeah, I can't wait for that. That's really cool.
Yes, very exciting, and you're already seeing a lot of people are streaming this game, and it's awesome to see. I feel like we're getting a really good launch, and it's awesome to see this game again, and just to see streams and all that.
Yeah,
I mean,
for those who don't know, this is Age of Empires Online, a game that was made by Microsoft back in 2011, and it was shut down in 2014, but recently some fans brought it back, and now we're able to play this game again.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much gonna let PF2K take it on their way here. I was just here to welcome you guys and to give the announcement about the Zuda Classic, and that's about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it to you, PF2K.
Thanks for the good news. I'm pretty sure everybody's excited about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, take care,
All right,
buddy.
buddy.
Yeah. Alright guys, let me disconnect from the voice call. Okay, we're gonna have Forge against Casper. They agreed on equal footing as the first map, so let's get into it. Alright, so we have Forge spawning as the blue Egyptians in the bottom side of the map, and we have Casper as the red Egyptians spawning on the top side. Both of them are playing Egypt, and this map is called Equal Footing. It's probably the most popular and most common map of all between the players, because it's a very balanced map. If you look at the map, it's very symmetrical, and there's like no special gimmick to the map. It's just a straight up 1v1 map. In this matchup, there's generally a tendency for players to go for fast H2 into lots of camels, because they're the fastest units that Egypt has available in H2, and it's good to have fast units so you can get some good map control. Now, interestingly enough, Forge put his Priestess of Ra on his food storehouse. If you've ever played Age of Mythology, you know how this priestess works. Basically, you can use this priestess to empower buildings. If you put it on something like a town center, it will make it produce villagers 10% faster. So if you pay attention right now, Casper has his priestess on his TC and Forge has it on his hunt storehouse. So Casper is getting his villagers 10% faster than Forge, while Forge is getting his food faster. Now he's switching the priestess to his wood storehouse. I find this very interesting. I don't see a lot of players moving their first priestess too much from their first TC. Both of them are gathering stone early on, so that means they're gonna go for fast second town center and get a nice economic lead going. Casper seems to have a bit of a cleaner build order. He already started his Temple of Ra. Egyptians are unique in the way that they age up by building buildings instead of researching it in their town center, just like the Asian civilizations in Age of Empires 3. How did you do that to your minimap? It's called an overlay, Iguri. This game is Age of Empires Online. We have recently joined the ESOC community, and it's good to have you guys watching this game. So there's nothing special going on really right now. We have to wait until the players age up and see what their next decision is going to be. Villager count is equal, 13 to 13. Now, when you age up, the first thing you want to do is get the handsaw upgrade. It improves your villagers' wood gathering rate by 15%, and over time that adds up a lot. Neither of them is getting that right now though, so they probably have other plans for their food. Casper is already making his second priestess. That's a very good decision because he wants to make his second TC and he wants to empower it immediately. This is a very good position for the town center because it covers this hunt, these berries, and that gold. But right now Forge is actually blocking Casper from making use at town center. If he doesn't pay attention to this, this is gonna delay his TC by so much. No, never mind. He moved it. And there we go. They're both getting the handsaw upgrade now. However, Casper is house blocked right now. He needs to make a house very soon, or he's gonna fall behind on villagers. 17 to 17 right now, but it will change if he doesn't start making villagers. As you see, first building from Forge is going to be a stable. Stables make camel riders for Egyptians in H2, and those are cavalry units that counter other cavalry units, so they're very good for taking map control. And since this is a mirror, they're both going to make lots of camels. His hunt storehouse ran out, so he needs to move these 4 villagers. They're idle. Let's check their visions. So Casper knows where his opponent's second TC is, but he doesn't know what military building he built. He needs to scout that, but probably he knows already because of the meta game that's going on right now. He sees it now, the stable, so he knows. And let's check Forge's vision. He knows the second TC placement for Casper, but he doesn't know the military buildings for him, so he needs to scout it soon. Villager count 22 for Forge, 22 for Casper, so they're still pretty even. They did not drop any kind of villagers. First camel is already built, second one coming up for Forge. Uh, let's see if Casper has a camel yet. No, this is gonna be his first camel. Second stable for Forge 2. So this is a pretty identical set of actions they're taking right now. If anybody has any questions regarding the game, feel free to ask in chat so I can answer it while there's nothing special going on. Okay. Forge doesn't have a priestess on his first TC. That kind of worries me because in the long term he's gonna fall behind a little bit on his villagers. They're pretty equal in pop right now though. 49 to 46, 30 villagers to 30 villagers. So it's still pretty even. Casper is now gonna send a bunch of his camels to find some weak spots in Forge's economy and try to attack it. Forge has not sent his camels anywhere yet. He's playing a bit more on the defensive side. He's sending a scout now to build a watch post. Very good. This is a nice position for the watch post because it's gonna cover these areas. So if your opponent sends his cavalry to raid you, you're gonna be able to see it. Yeah, Casper is now gonna move his camels to search for hunt storehouses or gold storehouses or anything that's vulnerable so we can kill it. He's gonna kill this watch post now. I'm not sure why he built this watch post back in his base. I guess he wanted some extra vision. He now sees the camels for Casper and is now gonna send a bigger force of camels to defend it. And this is nice. He's rebuilding the watch post right now. He does not want to lose vision on this area. A good watch post by Casper here as well. 3 stables and an armory for Casper right now. So he's gonna be making only camels, while Forge has a barracks as his third production building. So what this offers him is a slower army, but one that counters the enemy's army because he can make spearmen out of it, and spearmen are infantry that counter cavalry. So they do bonus damage to cavalry, but they don't take bonus damage from them. So these camels are gonna die really fast to them. This was a decent attempt at a raid by Casper. He killed 1 villager. He has 43 to Forge's 40, so he's 3 villagers ahead. But it's still pretty even between the two of them. Oh, this is interesting. Forge is going for fast ace 3. He can go either with a fortress for elephants, or he could go with chariot archers as the second unit available in the stables for Egyptians, which is a fast mobile ranged unit that can kite these camels to death. Now let's see what these guys are doing with their camels. Forge is actually looking at his camels, but Casper only just now paid attention to them, and he does not want to get his camels trapped because this is walled off. If he tries to escape from this area, he's going to be trapped, but thankfully not. Let's see if he can snipe this one low villager before leaving. He decides not to. He has 9 camels here to his opponent's 17, so he does not want to engage this force. Forge is house blocked right now. He needs to make some houses and make some more units. Let's check on Casper. He's nowhere near going to H3. He has not started his Temple of Set yet, but he does have an armory upgrade going for him. So if he attacks his opponent's camels right now, he's gonna be able to kill them. He has 23 to his opponent's 17, so he has 4 more camels, and he has better camels because they have an armory upgrade. Forge is now queuing more camels. His barracks is still idle. He needs to make some spearmen from them right now. At the same time, Forge's camels are disrupting Casper's economy on the top. He decides to send some of his camels back and keep some of his own camels back in Forge's base. This is not looking good for Forge right now because he only has 2 production buildings and he is not making the higher tier units. He's only making more camels, which are worse than his opponent's camels right now. Oh, but Casper managed to defend his raid, and he's now in a decent spot. No sign of Ace 3 though, so it's still only on 3 stables camel production. More raiding going on here. Forge is falling apart. He needs to queue up some more units. Yeah, this is not looking good for Forge. 60 villagers for Casper, 47 for Forge. He's now raiding him from 2 sides, trying to put his multitasking skills to the test. I would check the chat right now, but this game is too intense. Okay, big engagement here. There are a lot more camels for Casper here than there are for Forge, and they have 2 armory upgrades over the blue camels, so these are gonna die really fast. As you can see, 62 pop to 140. I'm not sure there's much Forge can do to come back from this game. And there's the GG. These stables were too late. Okay, let's check the chat. Okay guys, let's get into the next game. Let's check the game stats first though. Current villager population. So as you can see, up until the almost 8-minute mark, they were pretty equal to villagers, but then after that Casper did a better job at constantly making villagers, so in the end he had like 15 more villagers, and 15 is a lot. As for techs, they were quite similar, 4 to 5, but yeah, as you can see, he was 18 villagers ahead total over Forge, and he gathered like 1,800 more resources. Let's go to my city and wait for the next match. Hold on guys, I need to set up the donations ticker for the stream. Donation pop up. Just a second. Again, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. me add the scores. Okay. Let's see. Anxiety donated for the tournament that's gonna come after the Zura Classic. So if anybody missed that announcement, Zura, the famous Zura, announced that there will be an Age of Empires online tournament very soon, and it's gonna have a $500 prize pool. So get hyped. Let's see. Yeah, this is correct. Next map is gonna be Treasure Island. Let me confirm that they both want to play Egypt again. Okay. Just a moment. Okay, Casper wants to switch civilizations. He's gonna come back. Hold on. One last thing to add. Oh, there we go. But this doesn't seem right. Anxiety. I'll set this up later. This is something else, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick to my own custom overlay for the donations for now. Okay, let's invite these guys back. Oh, Greek mirror, nice. Let's go. Let me read the chat. Okay, let's go. So, welcome everybody. This is Age of Empires Online. We have Casper spawning as the blue Greeks in the left side, bottom left I should say, and we have Forge as the red Greeks on the top right of the map. This is Treasure Island. The reason this map is called Treasure Island is because of this area. So until people scout this, you cannot see what resources are available here, but there's like 4 or 5 gold mines and 4 or 5 stone mines just scrambled and crumpled here on this small island. So that's the reason for the naming of this map. Both of them are playing Greeks, so we should expect some kind of early barracks pressure maybe, and then transition into stables for lots of Sarisophoroi and then H3. But right now none of them has their villagers distribution set up in a way that makes me think they're gonna go for a fast barracks. So I'm guessing, yeah, there we go. Casper is well, that villager changed his mind. I thought he's gonna go and gather some stone, but I guess not. This is a very nice hunt storehouse. There is very little oops, sorry, I have my camera set up on too fast. These villagers have very little walking time, and as you can see, hunt gather rates are a lot higher than other food gather rates. So these villagers are getting a lot of food really fast. Forge has now enough wood to make a barracks, but he decided not to. Maybe he wants to use this extra wood to make a dock. To make yeah, there we go, to make some fishing boats and gather these fish. And fish gather really fast in this game, 1.6 base gather rate. Now, one thing about this situation, Casper is going for fast town center, and that means that he cannot punish greedy play by Forge. And what Forge is doing is being even greedier than he is. He's not only gathering stone, he's also building a dock, so he's going for double greedy eco buildings, which is a second TC and a dock. Casper is going only for a dock, so he's not going to be able to punish this. So ultimately this is going to be a great economic lead for Forge if he manages to spread his villagers properly in a way that he can afford more villagers and fishing boats. And now Casper is sending a villager to build a dock here, which is nice. Now we have to check if any of these guys have scouted their opponent's base. Let's see Casper's vision. He does see the town center, and he does know that Forge is gathering stone, so he probably thinks that Forge is gonna go for a TC only, and he can get an advantage by making a dock. But right now he sees the dock of Forge, which is built already faster than his. Now let's check on Forge's vision. He also saw the stone storehouse for Casper, but he did not scout the shore yet, and he doesn't seem to be going to. His scout is pretty low actually. I don't know what happened, but his scout is only 10% HP. Yeah, okay. Let's go to everyone's vision. Second TC by Forge in a very defensive position. It's good to play safe, but when you see your opponent going for TC as well, you can like be a bit more greedy with your TC placement. Maybe put it here or here, so you can defend more resources, because this TC is not really defending anything more than this wood line compared to this TC. Let's see where Casper wants to put his TC. Oh, he actually messed up on his build order, and now he has 300 stone banked up, but not enough wood for a TC, which is 300 stone and 300 wood. So villager count 20 for Forge, 20 for Casper, but this is gonna change right now because Forge has double production on villagers, and he's making a trireme. Actually, yeah, he's making a trireme to defend his dock. Does Casper have fishing boats? Yeah, he does have one. So Forge is decided to defend his dock with a trireme of his own, but Casper's second trireme is already on the way. Let's see how this goes. No land military building for either of these guys. There we go. Now they're both paying attention to their ships. So what you can do with ships in Age of Empires Online is you can dodge your opponent's ship arrows. As you can see, once they shoot their arrows, if you move your ship immediately after that, you're gonna dodge the arrows and not take any damage. And right now Forge did a better job of that. As you can see, his ship is higher HP, but now he has 2 ships against 1. He does not want to engage this until he has equal number of ships. But on the back of this, Forge is still making 2 villagers at a time, while Casper's TC has only just started. If Forge can... oh, too bad, he just lost his trireme. So I'm not sure what he plans to do after this. Maybe he wants to just give up on water already and try to mind game Casper into making even more ships, which is succeeding at. He's making his 3rd trireme while Forge is not making either a fishing boat or a trireme. So Casper already spent 750 resources on triremes. Let's check their upgrades. He did get the wood upgrade. Casper also, but neither of them has any other economic upgrades right now. Wait, what? Oh, that caught me off guard. The donation sound. That was an Age of Empires 3 sound effect. I was kind of caught off guard there. Okay. Stable first as Casper's land military building, while Forge already has an archery range and a stable, and is making a barracks as his next building. And he's getting even more upgrades, which is really nice. I don't know why. Let's see, does he have more hunts? Yeah, he does. Okay, I guess he's investing into berries before he runs out of hunts, which is nice of him to get this berry upgrade ASAP. Let's check 38 villagers to 35. So as you can see, having this extra TC really helped him out in the economic situation of things. And yeah, Casper has 3 triremes that are almost useless from this point onwards. Second stable for Forge. He needs to spend his resources better. Yeah, I guess you can queue up 6 houses to do that. Let's see, an archery range and a barrack. So they started off with almost the same build order for military land military units. Now Casper was sending these Sarisophoroi to do some raiding. Now Sarisophoroi are cavalry units that counter ranged units, so these Toxotes don't stand a chance against them, while these spearmen are gonna wreck them. Forge is gonna do the same, send 3 Sarisophoroi in Casper's base, see if he can find anything. These guys are doing a very good job at making watch posts here, but I don't know why they put them like at the places that they put them at. Like, not sure why you place this watch post here. Maybe you could put it here or here. Okay, let's see. Did those Saris find anything? Not yet. But these Saris found these villagers, and Casper does not have loom. So you see, he already lost one of his villagers, which only have 150 hit points. If he gets loom, they'll get 40% more health for a total of 210. So Forge is managing his food nicely. He needs to do the same for his gold and wood. He needs to make some more archery ranges. He got another barracks, so he's gonna be heavier on spearmen, which is very good for him because Casper was investing a lot in his Sarisophoroi. Let's check Casper's base. 2 barracks, 1 stable, 1 archery range. 54 villagers to 51, so it's still ahead, and Forge is already going for H3. Nice. So what this does, it's that he gets access to the prodromos. Prodromos are almost like camels, which I explained in the previous match. Cavalry that counter other cavalry. So if we can get those prodromos, Casper's Sarisophoroi are not going to be able to raid anymore. Oh, and this is a scary position. Casper has some of his cavalry, while Forge is halfway through the map, and they're pretty equal in population. So this is okay, let's see. Now if these cav can surround this army, oh boy, this is not looking good. This is a terrible engagement for Forge. He's just bleeding out so many units. He's backing off, hoping to regroup back at his base and defend there. He's making Hypaspists. Hypaspists are anti-infantry, so he's probably making them to kill these spearmen. Let's see now if they can micro their cavalry units. Casper is trying to flank the archers of Forge, and Forge is trying to do the same, but Casper did a better job of doing that. Now Forge did a good job of microing a spearman to the opponent's Sari, He's only 10 pop behind now, but he has the defender's advantage, and he has access to higher tech units. As you can see, he's making these Prodromos, and these Prodromos are gonna really kill these Sarisophoi fast. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Casper lost a lot of his archers here. And important thing to note is that Greeks do not have access to healing in H2, and even after H2 it's like very hard for them to heal up their units. So any kind of chip damage you can do to their units is gonna stay on it forever. Now Casper is making even more and more watch posts here, which is very good. He's gonna be able to see whenever Forge goes for these berries. Let's see, Forge is gathering enough stone now. He has 17 on stone. He probably wants to make a fortress in the middle of the map, which is unlocked upon reaching H3. More military buildings by Casper, very good. Let's see if they have an armory yet. Forge does not, Casper does not either. So they're just fighting with no upgrades right now. No Toxotis champion, no Sarisophoi champion, no nothing. Well, there's Spearman champion coming up for Casper, so what this upgrade does is that it gives 20% more snare, which I'm sure you guys are familiar with, which is a slowing attack, slowing effect to their melee attack, and they get 25% more pierced armor, which is very good. Look at this army. It has Toxotes, which just do pierce damage, and it does have some Saris which also do pierce damage, so these spearmen are gonna survive a lot longer with the upgrade. Now let's see if Casper can see this gold mine here. He does see it, so that's exactly why he's sending these Sarisophoi to try and raid the gold mine of Forge. Well, actually not. He decided to send them back. Oh, but these archers are gonna spot this gold mine. However, 3 Toxotas are not gonna do much against this army. Yeah, and this guy is already dead. Let's see, 65 villagers for Forge, 73 for Casper, so he's using these fishing boats only a little bit actually. I expected to see more. He only has 4 fishing boats. Yeah. Apart from that, they're equal in population. Casper has a lot of food stored. Forge has a lot of wood stored, which you can always use. You can make more farms. You can make more military buildings, as he's doing right now. What he really needs is a 3rd TC and a fortress in the middle of the map. Oh, actually, he does have a 3rd TC. My bad. And he needs to get an armory. Oh, big engagement going on in the middle of the map. While these Prodromos defending against the Sari raids. Okay, let's see. These Saris are flanking Toxotis ball. Now he needs to bring these Prodromos back, or Forge is gonna lose a lot of his army. Casper decides to go back. Forge decides to go back, so they're playing pretty passive, not trying to engage as hard as they could. Casper built his armory already. Let's see, let's find it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. He does have the +1 pierce attack, so every unit in his army that does pierce damage, like the Saris or the Toxotes, does 20% more damage now, and that's a lot. That's a lot of damage. Forge is now making Prodromos and hoplites and villagers. He's even getting the wall upgrade, which is really cool. He walled off this section, so now Casper cannot raid him from this side, especially if he tries to raid with this Sarisophoi, which do pierce damage. And if you look, walls have 0.80 pierced armor, so it's gonna take them forever to take down the walls. Now Casper has more upgrades than Forge, and he's making rams. Now rams have a lot of pierced armor, and Greek's army is usually a lot of pierce damage, so if he can make these rams survive until they reach the base of Forge, they're gonna do a lot of damage. But here Casper did not micro his Sarisophoi well. They just died into the Prodromos of Forge. he had a very cost inefficient trade with Forge right there, but thanks to his armory upgrades, he did not take a really bad of a fight, like too bad of a fight. Forge has 4,200 wood banked up. I'm not sure how that is even possible, but yeah, he can just spam a lot of buildings and move his villagers to food. He only has 14. Now look at his buildings. He has 4 stables and 4 barracks. That's a lot of food needed for production. So what he needs to do is he needs to move his wood gatherers and put them to food, so he can constantly make those units from those buildings. Now this is an almost equal population fight, but these units are not engaging, so this is actually a better fight for Forge. He's killing the villagers of Casper to the left side, and he's microing his units well to defend against these Saris. These Toxotes are doing a lot of damage from the back without being touched, but it looks like the armory upgrades for Casper are coming into play. Actually, let's see, there's no meat line left for Casper actually. Oh yeah, he's gonna win this fight pretty bad actually. Yeah. Casper needs to back off and make some more meat line. Let's check his buildings. He has 4 stables, 4 barracks. Let's check that later actually, there's a fight going on. So as long as they fight here, trade 1 for 1, it's better for Casper because he has more armor upgrades, as you can see here. Yeah, he has to back off now. These Saris are... Yeah, look at these, the damage on these Saris. He needs to pull them back though. They're just gonna bleed out like this. Forge has fallen apart in his macro. He has lots of resources banked up, but he's not making... Oh, I see why he was so distracted. These rams, sneaky rams by Casper, who just killed a lot of his buildings. Oh, and there we go, GG. There's the GG. Forge tried to build a fortress, but for some reason he tapped out. Good game. That was a very close series of fights here in the middle of the map. But those rams seem to have really distracted Forge. He had such a long time of idle queue. Let's check the chat. Oh, Zerton in the chat, nice. Okay. Let's check the stats before I leave the map. So let's see. Yeah, you see, Casper only gathered 3,000 more resources, so it was a pretty close game. 103 villagers for Casper, 18 techs, 91 and 13. Okay. Let's check the timing on their town centers. So Casper got his first TC started at 5 minutes 51 seconds, while Forge had it up at, started at 3 minutes and 53 seconds, so almost 2 minutes earlier than Casper. As you saw, that led to a big villager lead early on, but he just could not spend his resources as well as Casper could. As you can see, he has like almost low resources on everything, which is a good sign. Yeah, good job. GG. Yeah, I need to read the chat more. Does anyone want to come play against Casper for last match? Forge said he had to go, so there's an open spot for whoever wants to come and show his power. Okay, Anxiety can play. Okay. Can we get someone else? Let me check Discord. Bubble, can you log on to play for one match? Let me read the chat, see if there's anybody available for playing. Okay. Looks like Arshie is gonna play, so this is gonna be a good match. Nice. So Archie is here. And let's get Casper in the party. There we go. Egypt mirror again. Nice. Let's see what they what map they choose. Gonna suggest equal footing. I mean sheltered pass first. Let's go. Sheltered pass. Egypt versus Egypt. Let's hope there are no connection issues here. Oh, there we go. Nice. So we're gonna have an Egyptian mirror on sheltered pass. So welcome everybody that's just tuned into the stream. We have Casper as the blue Egyptian spawning to the top left, and we have Arshie as the red Egyptians spawning to the bottom right. They're both playing Egypt, so as I said in the first game that I streamed, there's gonna be a lot of camels involved in this match. So while the game is starting up, if anyone has any questions regarding this matchup or the game or anything related to the stream, please ask in the chat so I can answer you. This is a nice nice wood line for Archie It's pretty defensive, and later on he can chop down this part and get a good market line going. So yeah, 3 on food, 4 on food. So Casper seems to be going for a fast H2 TC again, as he did all of his previous matches. Let's see if Arshie Balls tries to do the same. Now he needs to catch this deer and kill it before it runs away. Good job. Very good job by Arshie, not letting that deer get away, so he won't have to gather from it inefficiently. Let's see if they have found their second hunt. This is Arshie's first hunt, but he has not found a second hunt. Well, that's gonna come back and bite him later on if he cannot find it. And actually, Casper can't find his second hunt either, but I'm guessing that it's here. Judging by this tree, it's probably there. And for Arshie, not sure actually. Not sure about a second hunt. This is kind of a weird spawn, to be honest. Like this wood line doesn't usually happen. Arshie is now gonna build this temple of Ra right now, with his next villager, I'm guessing. And Casper needs a bit more food before he can make that temple. There we go. And he's decided to do the same thing as Forge did in the first match, and he's not using his priestess on his town center. Let's check the villager population. 12 for Casper, 12 for Arshie. Now, one thing to note is that Casper sometimes misses his villager production cycles just by a little bit, and after a while it adds up, so the delayed production of Arshie's villagers does not really show as effect, because Casper is already dropping some seconds of villager production anyway. If you can see, he can make villagers in 16 seconds, while Arshie's are being made at 18 seconds. So even though he's making slower villagers, but Casper's villagers are being dropped like every few seconds. Like, see, now this TC is idle. Now by this time that extra 2 seconds is not gonna help him, and he's still not making villagers while Arshie is still making them. Second TC, very ambitious by Arshie. Let's see if he's making a second priestess. Yeah, he's gonna rally it to the town center. This is an interesting spot for the TC. Not only is it so far out on the map, it's also gonna be good if he makes a market right here and then rallies his caravans to this TC. And Casper already sees this TC, but he also made this TC at a very curious position. It's even like worse than Arshie's positioning. Like, I don't know why you would make it there. Like, why not make it a bit like more closer to a second gold mine? Like, why not put it here or here even? But this one, I guess, covers an elephant, some deer, these berries, and this wood line. Let's check on the build time on these. Casper who has... Oh, they're gonna make it almost at the same time. So 17 villagers to 19. So Arshie seems to have dropped a few villagers while I was busy talking to you guys. Let's see. PvP in this game is so stressful. No, why is it stressful? So many things you have to do at once and so many ways to screw up. Well, it's a bit faster paced than other age games from what I've seen, so I can see why you might say that, but just play the game, don't be worried. Okay, so yeah, nice. Casper is trying to kill this elephant with his TC. Now this elephant is 1,000 food in one body. So if you can kill this elephant, it's even worth to make a storehouse just to hunt from this guy, especially if you have hunting dogs. Let me check if he has hunting dogs. He does not. He's instead making a berry storehouse and is getting the berry upgrade, which is kind of weird. Like, he has these hunts and he tried to kill this elephant, which he can still do. I guess he just wants to start spreading his villagers all over the map. Now let's see. Arshie has already built a stable, 2, 3. So 3 stable and armory up already, while Casper only has 1 stable and no Um, no armory. So as you can see, Arshie had a cleaner build. Look at all these unspent resources. They could all be buildings right now. Now this 400 food, if it was 400 wood instead, he would have had the third stable and an armory just like Arshie has. Now Arshie made an armory, but he did not start gathering stone, and he is still not gathering stone. So this is basically 200 of dead wood doing nothing for now. Let's check. 27 villagers for Arshie, 32 for Casper. Now how did this happen? 5 villager lead in the mirror matchup, 6 minutes 40 seconds into the game. So if Casper can survive this small window where Arshie has a lot of camels and doesn't get too damaged from the raids, he's gonna be in a better position overall. And as I told you guys, if you remember, there is his hunt. This is just like, you know, game experience that I had. Now second hunt for Arshie. He does not have a second hunt. I hope he doesn't find out and rage over it. Casper is gathering without the storehouse here, but it's fine with Egypt because of this priestess. Now he does not want to lose this priestess. No, Garrison, good job. He just saved 100 gold by not losing this priestess. Okay, as I was explaining, this priestess makes the villagers carry more resources every trip. So not having a storehouse with that distance is not a big deal. And nice. Now Casper is gonna send his camels here. He needs to pay attention to the camels. He just needs to run away. These camels are really fast and they cannot snare each other, so you can just, you know, just derp around your opponent's base and just go home. Let's see if he does that. Maybe he could actually snipe this priestess of Ra if he just right clicked on it for a second and ran away, but I guess he doesn't want to risk losing his camels. 38 villagers for Arshie, 44 for Casper, so 6 villager lead, but Arshie's already getting a +1 melee attack on his camels, which is good because not only does it give you an advantage over your opponent's camels, but also you can kill your opponent's villagers faster. Now one would argue that Egyptians have a combined armor tech in their armory, so they get both pierce armor and melee armor. But in this situation, it's better to get the attack upgrade, just because of the reason I explained. Because you're not going to make anything other than camels at this point of the game anyway. So why not get yourself the ability to kill your opponent's villagers faster? Now Casper is already age 3, but uh-oh, he needs to pay attention. He needs to garrison his villagers. Oh no, he's looking somewhere else. Oh my god, he just lost like. That was a lot of villagers lost right there. 47 villagers to 44. Oh boy, this is not looking good for Casper right now. He lost a crap ton of his villagers and his priestess. If he only looked at his second TC earlier, he could have prevented all that damage. And there's another group of camels coming from the west side for Arshie. Now let's check these stats. Casper's camels do 15 damage while Arshie's do 18 damage. So if they fight one-on-one, those red camels are gonna kill the blue camels really fast. But now Casper tries to respond to this raid. He does a good job, killed one already, and this side is also defended. So good job by Casper overall, not losing too much there, and he's ahead in population and in villagers, still 52 to 51, so only slight villager lead. But he is age 3 and his opponent is nowhere near age 3. He does not have enough food for age 3 and he's not even started it yet. As you can see, it's reflected in the score. He's kinda behind in score, but a lot of that extra score for Casper is this unspent bank of wood, which he needs to spend on some. Okay, I guess he can make some farms. Big raid here coming in again. Casper needs to look at his villagers and garrison them again. He needs to do it quickly. No. 56 villagers, 54. Oh my god, this is gonna be a disaster. Ooh, but at the same time, oh my god, Casper lost like 10 villagers in this raid. This is a disaster. This is a disaster, absolute disaster for Casper. He just lost a lot of his villagers for no good reason. And he doesn't seem to have been able to kill a lot of Arshie's villagers, but now there's a big raid here too. As you can see, these guys are doing a lot of good multitasking and raiding each other left and right. So it's really a race to get as many camels as you can while not losing as many villagers as your opponent. 55 villagers to 44, so Casper is behind the villagers by 11, but he does have 3 TC, so as long as he can outproduce his opponent's villagers, he's going to be back in a good spot before long. Now let's check the armory. Arshie Balls has both attack and armor upgrades for his camels, while Casper does not have any sort of armor. He's just now starting to build it. Now let's check their economic upgrades. He did not get the farm upgrade nor the wood upgrade for H3, but you can see he has lots of villagers queued up, so he's gonna close that villager gap very fast. 50 to 56, and Arshie only has 4 villagers on food right now, so he's in a massive food crisis right now, and he cannot spend these resources on anything because he can only make camels and villagers right now, and both of those units cost food, which he does not have at the moment, and he still does not have more than 4 villagers on food. I guess he's trying to make a lot of work done with this group of 22 camel riders. Let's see, they're just funneling in through these choke points. Now this is good for Arshie because if he can fight one-on-one again, as I explained, he's gonna win because of the armory upgrades, but he does not want to get his army surrounded. 27 camels for Casper, 21 for Arshie. Let's rotate the camera to see. Yeah, 4, 5, 6 villagers lost already. Even more villagers. He just does not care about his opponent's camels, and he just wants to kill those villagers before running. There you go. 57 villagers to 54. So while these raids did a lot of damage, in the big picture of things, Casper is not far behind actually, because he's constantly making villagers while Arshie is not. During this time though, Arshie managed to get to H3, and he now has access to more economic upgrades and his 3rd TC. Let's see if he gets this 3rd TC. He has the resources for it right now. He's getting Camel Champion, which is an upgrade that gives them 100% bonus damage against ranged and 25% pierce armor. So that's very good for killing archers, but Casper does not have any archers. Actually, scratch that. He's now making chariot archers to back up his camel army. So now this upgrade makes a lot of sense and is actually very good. And he's actually gonna get both of his upgrades very soon, while Casper is quite far behind in terms of upgrades. Now, while camel wars are good, there's always this like useless line of camels that are never engaging with each other. So after an amount of time, it's better to get some ranged units that can back up your front line. As you can see, this chariot archer is gonna just fire away at these camels undisturbed. So there's just free damage going for Casper. He is almost maxed with 65 villagers, which means his army is gonna be massive. Let's see this chariot archer. I don't know how he even got here. Let's see, 65 villagers for Casper, 57 for Arshie Ball, so Arshie is still behind in villagers, but he is ahead in upgrades by a good amount, by a very good amount. But now he has no villagers on gold. Where is he gathering gold from? 0 on gold. Wow, this is bad. He needs to like move a lot of his villagers to gold. Where is he making a gold storehouse? Oh my god. I'm worried for Arshie. Oh, and I just missed this raid while I was talking about this gold crisis. As you can see, he's now stockpiling a lot of wood. 35 villagers on wood, no villagers on gold. So there's no units in Age of Empires Online that is food and wood only, so this wood is absolutely useless right now. He needs to like take 15 of his villagers off of wood and put them on gold. Now Casper is spending his resources a lot better than he is. At least his queue is full. He has villagers on every resource. He could take some villagers off of wood and put them on gold, but now he has a good lead here. He has 24 more army population, most likely. Yeah, just about. And he's now killing the houses of Arshie. So if he can kill these houses and then start attacking, he cannot reinforce. Oh boy, Arshie just used the find all military hotkey, so now his priestesses are with him, but now he's coming from the back, so if he can surround these, it's gonna be very good. What he needs to do, he needs to get some of his camels and put them on top of these chariot archers so he can kill them quickly. Yeah, this is good for him. The more surface area he has, the better it is for Arshie, because he does not have any ranged units. Yeah, as you can see, these camel champions with double melee attack upgrades really wreck these chariot archers hard. Now there's 61 villagers for Arshie, 63 for Casper, so it's still a pretty close game. Casper needs to start thinking of a market line very soon. He does have the setup for it. This TC here, if he puts a market here, two markets here, and rallies to this town center, he's gonna get like almost 100 gold per trip, which is a lot of gold. Now Arshie is still gathering a lot of wood. Maybe he wants to build some wooden walls later in another game, but this 5,000 wood is not gonna do him anything right now. He only has 6 guys on gold here. He needs to put a lot of more guys on gold. Okay, if he can just trap these, I guess not. Casper's army is actually quite low on health. If you can see, I'm not sure if you can see with the stream quality, it's not 1080p, but these camels are almost all dead. If Casper does not heal them, then when the fight starts, all these camels are just gonna die. Nice raid here, denying him his gold gathering. As you can see, he has 0 on gold right now, so no gold income for Casper for a good time. This engagement is gonna go a lot better for Arshie than it is for Casper because of the upgrades. Yeah, Casper does not have +2 melee attack upgrades yet. Yeah, Arshie just needs to oh nice, I think he made a lot of farms. I think 14 on gold, nice. Okay, still this skirmish going on here. He does not want to bleed out units. He can kill a lot of these villagers before leaving. Let's see if he decides to do that. I think he does. Yeah, good job, good job, good job. Yeah, he just microed these camels to stay here just a bit longer so he can get more hits on the villagers. Let's see if they have the wheel card upgrades on their TC. No, they do not. Arshie has though. Good job by Arshie getting this small TC upgrades for his villagers. Over time they add up. And as you can see, he actually knows what he's doing here. He's constantly pressuring Casper's gold. See, he is now 40 pop ahead because Casper has not had the gold needed to make more units. He really needs to think of a market line. He can, as I explained earlier, he can either put it here or he can put 2 markets here. Yeah. Now this might seem trivial, but if he put his markets here or here instead of here, this small distance means 25 more gold per trip per caravan, so over time it's massive. Yeah, Arshie is just now denying Casper of any gold income. Now Casper is trying to make 2 sneaky siege workshops here to just, you know, oh my god, look at this. How did I miss this? Look at this, guys. These villagers are going from here to here, a screen distance, just to drop off their gold. But the good thing is he has this handcart upgrade and the wheelbarrow after that, so these villagers are carrying 15 resources per trip, so it's not as bad as it could be. Now, 63 villagers for Arshie, 67 for Casper, almost equal. Yeah, now he is starting to make some caravans, but Arshie is gonna get his army trapped here. He does not want that to happen. This choke point is already walled off. He should not stay here, he should just leave. This is gonna be so bad for him. Oh my god, I don't like this engagement because all of these chariot archers are firing from the back. Well, he has his own chariot archers, I guess, but yeah, as you can see, this is not looking good for him because of defender's advantage and the surface area that Casper's camels had. Now, these chariots are having a lot of pathing problems. I guess he's clicking them a bit too fast. Now, Casper has 17 on gold. I'm curious to know where these 17 guys are. They're all here. So if Arshie looks at his army, he can put a lot. Yeah, there you go. He can deny this gold even longer. And Arshie is also making. Yeah, these guys are both fans of forward siege workshops. Actually, Casper did not build this. I think he just queued up like on the wrong villager. He's not making it. Neither of these guys is going H4 yet, so they're still happy sitting in H3, spamming camels and chariots. But right now, I think Arshie is in a better position just because of these siege towers that are coming in to kill the buildings. Well, actually, I take back that statement because these siege towers don't have a whole lot of protection. Yeah. No raids going on here. Oh, actually, Casper is gonna flank this army. No, this is not good. This is a lot of resources. Each one of these chariots is 80 gold and 80 wood, guys. So you do not want to lose these guys for free. But one thing that I just noticed is that Casper does not have Camel Rider champion. So he's gonna kill these camels a lot slower. You see 100% bonus damage. So if he had that upgrade, all of these chariots would have been dead. Like no contest. Ooh, and he managed to snipe Casper's Temple of Set before he lost his siege tower. More pressure on Casper's gold by Arshie. He's doing a really good job at harassing his opponent's gold mine, to be honest, guys. Kudos to Arshie. And yeah, you see, 77 gold per trip. Now if this market was here, I guarantee it would have been 100 gold, if not more, per trip. And you can just do the math to see how much it adds over time. Now Casper, for some reason, is so far behind in population. 63 villagers for Arshie, 57 for Casper. Like, where is his resources being spent? I don't know. This looks weird to me. Now Arshie, actually, you know what? At this point, I think Arshie should just take all of his villagers off of wood. I don't think he's gonna need to gather more wood for the next 5 minutes, even if he constantly makes chariot archers. Yeah, as you can see, all these small raiding groups by Arshie are just ruining Casper's day. 50 villagers to 69, funny number. Now Casper is going back with his entire army almost to defend against that raid. There's one good thing going on for him, which is this proxy siege workshop, but he has unbuilt ones here, so this is 500 wood that is doing nothing here. He has to cancel it. Arshie is now maxed, and he should just sell his wood to get more stone, more gold, and go H4. Yeah, if I had to give an analysis on this match, it would be that Casper did play the mid game fairly well and the early game quite well, but he's falling apart in the late game. Now Arshie is not doing a fantastic job of that, but he's doing it better than he is. And to win a match, you just need to play better than your opponent, right? You don't need to play perfect, just better. Ooh, I mean, this is such a bad spot for Casper to be in right now. 48 villagers, 69. Yeah, Arshie needs to grab 10 villagers, then build the Temple of Ta here. Nice. Let's see how many he picked, because you actually can't make more villagers. Yeah, he can only have up to 10. This woman here is idle. Okay, 4 camels coming in here for Casper. Not sure if they're gonna accomplish anything here. Maybe snipe this one camel then leave. Ooh, but he lost his camel for free. Now, Arshie is still checking this gold mine. Now he has to realize, if Casper is not gathering gold here, he can only have the market line as his gold income. So as long as I can pressure that, there's no way he can make units, and that's exactly what's happening here. This army is basically the last thing that's left for Casper right now. If he loses this, he cannot rebuild it. These farms, man, these are anxiety farms. Well, not anymore, I guess. Back in the day, he used to place these farms so badly. Oh, and actually, these 3 camels are gonna do a good job of killing these villagers if he pays attention to them, which he is not right now. As the game goes on and as you get more and more... Oh, I'll explain that later. Look at this engagement. Now, there are a lot more camels here for Casper than Arshie, and they're getting a decent surround on them, so... Actually, are they? No. This was an even fight. And this is bad for Casper, obviously, because he has a way worse economy than Arshie does. As I was explaining earlier, yeah, if you can see, each camel hit does a lot of damage to these villagers, because villagers do not get affected by armory upgrades, while military units do. So over time, your military units are gonna kill villagers really fast. Now, Arshie has been spot on with his armory upgrades during this game. The moment he got H4, he got the +3 melee attack upgrades. So his camels are gonna be at maximum power level by the time this upgrade is finished. Now, they're just trying to raid each other left and right, but at this point, I think Arshie can just sell some of this food and wood, get some gold, make his 4th TC, get maxed army, and just right click on his opponent's TC and win the game. Oh yeah, okay. Now, 64 villagers, 10 of them being idle, so we can call that 54 to 53. So basically, at this point, they're equal in villagers. Okay, these villagers are now... Never mind, they're still idle. 11 now. Okay, Arshie tries to raid here, but good job by Casper, who has already walled this off. This is actually a very narrow choke point. Like, if you can look here, this is a lot wider. So you could say that Casper got lucky with his spawn in this game. First with this hunt here that Arshie didn't get, and now with this spawn, this narrow choke point. Now, if you can look, yeah, this number advantage is not going to do anything in this choke point. Some chariots here for Casper, trying to snipe some idle villagers, which are not idle anymore actually. Let's see, 69 villagers to 55. Casper just needs to make more more caravans and villagers, and just try to survive this bad position until he gets a big army. Now this might be a good way to make a comeback by sniping these gold gatherers, because I'm not sure. Okay, let's see that later actually. Okay, Arshie did not move these villagers back, so now he's at 65, but he's making two caravans at a time. So he's replacing those villagers with caravans, which is good because they give you infinite gold. Now, if Arshie decides to commit here, he's gonna win this engagement pretty hard because of the extra armor upgrades he has. Let's compare. 25.9 damage compared to 21.6 damage. So Imagine all that extra damage spread across all of these camels. But Casper is doing a good job just staying at these choke points. What he needs to do right now, he needs to send some of his camels to defend against this, but let's see how this engagement goes. This is probably the last fight of the match. Casper does not have a good economy. He is behind in population, only 58 economic units. Arshie actually did not manage his camels very well. Oh, there's the GG by Casper. Good game. 31-minute game. But in the end, Arshie managed to take the upper hand and win the game. As you can see, up to this point, like the 22-minute mark, they were quite equal. And then he just started to fall apart. This was a big battle. As you can see, both fell in score. And then eventually Casper succumbed to the darkness. Now, as you can see, Casper has made a grand total of 178 villagers. Look how many more villagers he made. And by villagers I mean villagers plus caravans. But when we look at current villager population here, you can see like this graph, it shows that he's been making them a lot more than Arshie, but he has had a hard time keeping them alive. As you can see, up to the 22-minute mark, like the part they were equal, from that point onwards he was always a good amount of villagers behind, and he never really got back into it. And this is the idle villager stats. You can see these guys had lots and lots of idle villager time. And then let's check resources. Where's that? Oh boy. Well, I guess we can just check the total of each resource individually. As you can see, more food for Arshie, so more camels. Let's see who had more wood. Yeah, Casper had even more wood than Archibald, which is a fantastic job. Okay, current gold. Now this is the most important part of the graph to look at. As you can see, there were lots of windows where Casper did not have gold. Now this is okay because they were macroing well, but these parts are the parts where Casper wanted to make units but couldn't because of this gold mine here that Arshie constantly harassed. Now let's see if there's anything else I can tell you about this game. Let's check the second TC timing. 3 minutes 54 seconds for Casper and 3 minutes 22 seconds for Arshie. So overall Arshie had a better build order. As you can see, in a mirror matchup, when you get your TC 30 seconds faster, it means you are 2 villagers ahead. Almost. Yeah, quite equal in resources gathered. About 4,000 more gold for Arshie, and that was the deal maker for the game. Yeah, this is an absurd amount of villagers. This is more than the 2v2 teams villagers number. Yeah, 12 techs only. He did not get... Did he get the stable techs? He did not even get the stable techs. Now this is a big deal, guys. 5% movement speed here, and then another 5%. Makes your army 10% faster than your opponents. Now you can just do the math and figure out how big of a deal that is. And I guess that's it. No, oh actually, yeah, big deal here. Arshie, okay, let me tell you guys, Arshie did not have the wood upgrade and he still managed to stock up 5,000 wood. How cool is that? Okay, so before I close the stream, this is Age of Empires Online, a game that was made by Microsoft back in 2011 and was shut down in 2014. But some fans brought the game back just a few months ago, and now we have PvP mode working again. and I encourage you all to try the PvP mode game mode, sorry. And I guarantee you it's gonna be the most fun experience you have had in any age game. Now, if anyone needs an invite code for the game, just PM me on Discord and I'll send one your way. There we have it, guys. Thanks for watching. I had a lot of fun casting. This was actually the first time casting PvP games ever since PvP was brought back. And yeah, Zura, the legend of you AoE3 guys, announced that there's gonna be a $500 Age of Empires online tournament soon, in almost 4 weeks. So get hyped for that. Who is the guy talking right now? It's me. I'll just type in the chat so you can find me on Discord. I have the same name there. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to be active on the ESOC forums, especially the AoEO part. And I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching.